post that I posted on Instagram. I've got my laptop here because I am using my phone to film this video because, I don't know, it does me well, so let's go. Question number 1 is from a friend of mine. AB is his username. He is hilarious, and he said to me, what is my favourite part of prep? I'm just kidding. I actually have, well, it's been about 50-50. I've been enjoying it at times. At times I feel great. At times I feel energetic and I'm loving the process when I'm seeing the results and I'm seeing myself get leaner and leaner. But at the same time, there are of course the downsides of feeling shattered, the performance in the gym, not really seeing numbers go up. Well, I have, but not to the extent that I used to. Just things like that. So, I mean, my favourite part, I guess, is I've learned so much about my body and my mindset, and really kind of learning to push myself when I really, really don't want to. And I think that's going to help me in future scenarios where I may need to really push myself hard, or like do something that I don't want to because I think it's going to be too difficult or something. And I think it's going to enable me to just crush it and go for it and stick to my guns. Healthy EU couple said, how do I divide my macros? Now, I think they're probably referring to the percentages which MyFitnessPal gives you, the ratio type thing. I don't do that. Macros aren't something which stays stationary at all. They have to adjust from days to weeks to months. Like, this time next year, my macros are going to be nothing like this. That was a bad example because I'm on competition prep. But say I do another competition prep, my macros will not be the exact same because my body will have changed by then. You need to realise that macros aren't a set thing and they change, and that your body adapts. Different stimuluses in the gym, you might be doing more cardio, you might be walking more, your needs might be higher, you know, things like that which people always forget to consider. I like to stick to a high carb, moderate protein, moderate fat. Don't know if that helps you. I'm sorry if it doesn't. You need to just go by what your body likes. So I know that my body really loves carbs and fats don't excite me as much. And if I was on a high fat, low carb diet, I know that my performance in the gym would not be as optimal as it would be if I was eating higher carbs and slightly fewer amount of fats. Funnily enough, the next question is from Healthy Strawberry, and she said, if you could only have one of these to live with, what would you choose? Oats or peanut butter? Oats. Hands down. Hands down. I actually have a bit of a confession, guys. I don't actually like normal peanut butter. I only like flavoured peanut butter, so like nuts and more, just so good. But normal peanut butter doesn't excite me. Next question from Fiona Gillies 2 said, what is the most important thing to focus on when you're first starting out? Hands down, make sure you're eating enough. If you don't eat enough, you're not going to be gaining muscle, you are going to be doing your body no good, making yourself at worse risk of injuries. And another thing is, make sure your form is perfect. Georgia9 said, what's my honest opinion on a high carb, low fat, in brackets, plant-based diet? So we have two things here. So high carb, low fat. Low fat is really very, very detrimental to your hormonal balance and all these different things going on inside your body which you may not notice until they start to make you feel tired, your hair starts to fall out, you start to look ill and things like that. But I think a plant-based diet can be okay. I personally couldn't do it myself. I feel no need to, and I enjoy foods which aren't plant-based. I'd say over 50% of my diet is things which aren't plant-based. But as long as you're healthy and you're eating enough and everything's running smoothly in your body and you're happy, then fine. Okay, so one of my clients, Lulu, she's done amazingly on my student shred program, but she's continuing working with me. She asked me how to make friends in the gym. I don't know if she's gonna kill me for saying this, but I gave her some advice and she said to me, you have all the skills to show people, so just go up to them, ask them questions, start speaking to them. You know, the best way to kind of break the ice, like in my eyes, is say to them, oh, are you using this? And then if they kind of seem like a friendly person, then get chatting to them. And if they're a bit boring and, you know, a bit like, nah, don't talk to me and not interested, then just don't talk to them and know that in the future they're not someone that, you know, wants to be messed with. But yeah, just ask them questions and stuff like that, and then kind of, as you turn away, be like, oh, so how long have you trained here or something? I don't know, it's so cringe. Just do it if you want to make friends. Kate Wright 1995 said, how do you get over feeling embarrassed / out of place as a young insecure girl going into the bro lifting section of the gym where everybody is predominantly male, huge, knows what they're doing? So that's her first question. She's done another one, so I'll answer this one first. So firstly, I am not insecure at all, and if I'm honest, the way that I became uninsecure, or just maybe secure, god, prep brain, is from lifting weights, and that just lifting weights builded my confidence up so much because it makes you feel so strong and so incredibly powerful. So if I'm honest, you're gonna just have to suck it up. Maybe go with a friend if they're willing to do it as well, or alternatively speak to one of the gym instructors and say to them, oh, can you help me with this? Just to make sure that you're doing it right. Side note, the gym instructor potentially doesn't know what they're doing. Just a word of warning. But if you've watched videos on perfect form and everything like that before from kind of legitimate sources like evidence-based people, you'll be fine, and honestly, just go with it. Second question, how to get into if it fits your macros and a healthy lifestyle without it turning into an obsession? I think this is a really good question because I think a lot of people suffer from this because of the way that Instagram kind of portrays it, that everything is always so healthy and always so on point and all these things, which I personally try to show you that it's not always rainbows and sunshine and happiness. There are downsides as well. Of course there are. That, like, everyone suffers from negative things in their life, and it's important to realise that people that are into fitness and health don't have it all perfect. If you make sure that you continue socialising with your friends, doing all the things that you've always loved to do, while also living a healthy lifestyle, so eating, 80-90% healthy food and tracking your macros while still going out and having a drink of alcohol and just keeping balanced, then you'll be absolutely fine. I think another thing which is really good to do is have periods of time where you don't track anything at all. So when I go on holiday, I don't track at all, and I'll sometimes go out for meals which are just untracked meals, and it's fine. Obviously at the moment I'm on prep, so it's very, very different, but for someone just living, a normal life, you just need to be honest with yourself, and you need to keep questioning whether this is really, really making you happy. Louise Fitness asked, what's the hardest thing about prep life? Kind of already covered that. And Ellie Grace 1 said, how do you adjust your macros on training and rest days? I keep mine the exact same. Personally, don't feel the need to change them. Ufi said, where did you learn about nutrition? Everywhere. I am an avid researcher. If I read something, so say I read a scientific study and then it says one word which I don't understand, so literally one word, I will then take that word and Google that and start reading research reviews on that, and I just keep going and I keep going until hours have passed. But someone actually said to me the other day, Lauren, you spend your life revising. And it's so true, because I was telling her about how I didn't revise for my PT exam and still got 93%. And it's so true, I spend my life revising. Hevocado said, how do you balance a normal teenage life and also being so strongly connected with fitness? So this year has been kind of different for me because I started working at an asset management firm in September, and obviously I'm not doing that anymore because I quit my job because I didn't enjoy it. But when I go out with my friends, I can still have fun even if I don't drink. I will drink. I track it in my macros, or sometimes I just don't even bother if it's a really big occasion. For example, when it was New Year's Eve, I didn't track any of my alcohol, I just had a good time. You just need to realise that you can balance this all very, very easily and have a good, healthy lifestyle, but you just need to realise that not everything needs to be 100% on point the whole time. Of course it does if it's important for your sport, or it's important for, say, you're competing like I am. It's important at the moment, but at the same time you need to realise that mental health is equally as important as physical health, and if your physical health is making you mentally unhealthy, you need to sort that out. Balance Not Clean, Ashley, one of my friends who I'm also helping with macros and everything, said to me, what's my favourite colour? Pink. And she also said, what's my favourite non-fitness hobby? I don't know if this counts, but obviously socialising with my friends. I love cooking, but that's again kind of, I love cooking like healthy meals. And does eating count? Connor Hurst said, fat burners, worth it or not? No, don't bother. The difference it will make is probably about 0.005%. So honestly, just don't waste your money. And Paul Seal said, can you get a signed photo of my dad? Paul, tell me your address and I'll get it out to you. So thank you so much for watching, guys.
Guess who's back? Back again.
It's me. Sorry to disappoint, guys. And yes, I'm wearing normal people clothes and slippers. But there's been a few really good questions since I ended the video yesterday, so I thought I'd just quickly cover them best of my ability. So, friend Marnie asked me, what is my favourite exercise? Deadlifts. I just feel so strong. And what's my favourite body part to train? Shoulders. Iona LDNR said, how strict am I with my regime? Do I still go out partying until the early hours and do I drink alcohol? So, how strict am I? At the moment, I'm being very, very strict because I'm on prep. My competition is in exactly a week today. And then she said, do I still go out partying till the early hours? I do sometimes. I don't enjoy it. I hate clubbing so much. But I like going to bars and stuff. I mean, I don't enjoy getting back really late, if I'm honest. When I'm on holiday and stuff, I stay out late. But I like going out and then coming home at kind of an earlier time. So a good time for me to come home is like 12. Anything like 3 o'clock, no way. I've done that a few times. I genuinely haven't even done it many times. I just really hate it. I just don't find it fun. I get bored. And yeah. Do I drink alcohol? Yes, I do drink alcohol. I haven't for a while because like all my friends have been at uni this year, so I haven't really been out much this year at all. But yeah, I drink alcohol. As I said, I don't enjoy getting ridiculously drunk because, I mean, I don't know, I used to be a wild party girl, like, you'd be very surprised. So I guess I'm kind of over it, and yeah, just not my scene, not my fave thing to do. But yeah, I like having a drink or two, don't like getting ridiculously pissed. But yeah, it's all balanced, guys. Sorry, just snacking on some popcorn and raspberries. They go so well together. The textures just complement each other. So, Miss Tommy Lou said, you mentioned this in your Snapchat a few days ago. Add me on Snapchat, guys. Lauren Tickner is the name. It's my name. What's the difference between BCAAs and creatine? What one do you recommend? Creatine is so much cheaper. BCAAs aren't necessary at all. Look into people like Alan Aragon, Lyle McDonald, Eric Helms, Shredded by Science. The list goes on. Evidence-based is what you need. Do not follow all this nonsense, all this marketing. It is not gonna help you. You need to, if you're wondering something, research it. It's not that hard and it doesn't take that long. So difference between BCAAs and creatine, they are totally different things. BCAAs are just the building blocks of protein. So they're just amino acids. Hello, Lola. So amino acids make up proteins. So basically, if you're having BCAAs or you're having a protein shake, I mean, of course, yes, it's marginally different, but you're still having protein in both, and whey protein is much, much cheaper. So yeah, and a lot of people don't track their BCAAs, which kind of blows my mind because if you're having 10 grams of BCAAs a day, that's 10 grams of protein. Creatine, on the other hand, draws water into the muscle, so it doesn't hold water under your skin, it holds water in the muscle, which is good. You don't want water under your skin. That's what happens when you don't drink enough water, but it holds it in your muscles, so don't worry. And no, it's not a steroid. Next question, do I measure my body fat? No. So I can't tell you what it currently is and how much it's reduced over prep. I know it's reduced quite a lot over prep, and my strength hasn't decreased at all during prep, so there you go. And she also said, any tips how to reduce it? Number one, figure out how much you're burning per day plus your NEAT, and then minus about 200 calories. You want it to be slow and steady. Make sure you're using progressive overload in the gym, so increasing your weights. Vic Douglas, your question shows me that you've also fallen under the illusion that you need a protein shake after your workout, but you don't. So she said she's looking for something to eat / drink after her workout, but she's not sure about anything else other than protein shakes. Food, normal food. Make sure you're getting carbs and protein and you'll be fine. Oh, Cobley, my friend, she said to me, how do I stay motivated and resist temptation? Motivation for me isn't a problem. I enjoy going to the gym. I enjoy eating snacks like this, which are really yummy, rather than a huge fat old bowl of ice cream, because I track my macros. So I can easily eat things which are unclean, which is a load of SH, if you ask me. But I can eat stuff like that, but I have it in small amounts, you know. I'm just sensible and I'm not stupid. And this means that, I mean, at first, yeah, it's hard, like, not to eat the whole thing, but it gets really, really easy, because macros is kind of like playing a game of, what is it, Tetris? I think that's the game, might not be. But it's kind of like that, so think about it in that way, turn it into a game, and you'll have so much fun with it. Someone actually asked a bit above in the comments somewhere saying, if somebody wants to start counting macros, how do they do so? What you need to know is your BMR and your NEAT. Well, there are a few other things, but they're so marginal that it doesn't matter to such a great extent. So what I really recommend for someone who's looking to start tracking would be, just for a week, to use MyFitnessPal in order to track the food which you're eating and weigh yourself every morning.
Or just get a coach who in the long term will save you a lot of time and money on wasted supplements and things like that, who can put you on track straight away.
But don't have macros set for MyFitnessPal. Instead, just eat whatever you would normally eat and log it. So kind of making yourself accountable, and then you know what's going in. So this way you can kind of figure out your rough averages and roughly how much you're burning every day. Also write down if you do any cardio that day or what you've trained, because then you can figure out if these averages have made you put on weight, stay the same, or lose weight. So then you can go from there. And I mean, you need to make sure you're hitting your protein. I'll link some articles below to help you with finding out how much protein you need, because people always say that you need more than you actually do. And then you can split your carbs and fats however your personal preference is. But make sure that you're eating like enough fat, because hormones and sugaring. So guys, that's all I'm gonna answer today. Thank you so much for asking me all those questions. I get asked so many, probably over 100 questions on Snapchat per week. So as you can imagine, it's really hard for me to get back to all of you. But thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe, pretty please, and give it a like.